The alternative school, also known as the West Campus, is what I'm going to be talking about with you guys today. I'm going to be going over other people's opinions that I interviewed, my thoughts personally about the alternative school, and like what it takes to go to the alternative school. So I'm here to persuade you to at least consider the alternative school as a school for people to go to that cannot handle being in our high school, but to change their high school diploma that they received to a GED. Okay, so my thoughts about the alternative school. I think that it's very unfair that people go to the alternative school and they can receive a high school diploma as we do. They get things much easier there than we do, and they don't have to work near as hard to receive the exact same thing that we get at graduation. And a bunch of them who go there even graduate early. Why they couldn't finish here? A bunch of people that I talked to from the alternative school didn't have a legit reason to not even be able to finish high school where we go. They kept talking about how, oh, it's more laid back and the environment there is better, but they have certain criteria, like they can't miss an assignment or they'll fail a class there, where here you can miss multiple and you don't fail the class, so I don't understand what they were getting at, as in it's more laid back or why they couldn't stay here. I talked to Miss D and Miss Jewel about it because Miss D is a teacher at the alternative school and she teaches art classes there. And they both said that they think that we need to have the alternative school because everyone's not the same. It's a school that better fits their needs because they can't concentrate here, and it's just better for them. And then it gets them out of our classrooms too, so the people that don't want to learn here aren't distracting us from our schoolwork, and we can still get things done that we need to. And it's not always easy to learn the same way as everyone else. And Ms. Jewel said that we won't have to pay for them later if they go to the alternative school and learn there because they're going to graduate high school and they're not going to be living off welfare because they'll be able to get a job. The requirements for the alternative school, you have to have 10 credits from the high school before you're allowed to even be considered for the alternative school, and you have to keep at least a C average. You have to have good attendance, like you can't miss multiple days in a row, and you have to be involved. Where we would get, like, for class participation, some classes, like for us, do grades and stuff like that. They get, like, they don't really get points. They'll just go, like, a non-productive for the day if they don't participate in what they have to for their grade. They're allowed to wear hats there, where we can't. They get an hour lunch break, where everyone gets to go off campus and do whatever. They have a 1-to-12 ratio, where it's one teacher, 12 students, where our classes are about 20. The environment's more laid back. They don't have like a strict learning thing. Like they don't have to learn about a certain topic. Like they can get their teacher to talk to them about villains and stuff like that, where we have like a more strict policy. Like they can talk about superheroes in class if they want to and learn about that for a week. For their gym classes, they don't have to dress out. They can do whatever they want for a half an hour, and that gives them their gym grade. They don't have to dress out or do anything like that. They can basically, as long as they're moving around, they get their points. And they only have 4 classes a day, and they do sessions, so like they'll have those same 4 classes for only 20 days before then they switch to a different one. And they basically, like all the students there, they just when they get an assignment, they have to keep a C average. But if they don't get a C on that paper, then they repeatedly will get their paper back with help from the teacher until they receive a C or better grade on that paper. They don't just get a final grade. They repeatedly will get it back and get help with it until they can get something better. And that's where I feel like they don't deserve the high school diploma. Like, they also don't learn the things that we do. They don't have to go in depth with the topic. They just have to learn the basics there. And we have to go in depth, and we have to work a lot harder for what we receive than what they do, and I just don't think that's fair. And I interviewed a bunch of people, and this is the amount of people that support the alternative school, and these are the ones that are opposed. And then this one was people who were undecided, who like support the school but not the fact that they receive a high school diploma. The things that changed my mind to at least even consider the alternative school in general was just that Miss Jules' comment about how we don't have to pay for them, like they will be able to at least graduate, and then they most likely will get a job and we don't have to pay our taxes out for them to live on welfare and survive that way. In the beginning I was completely against the alternative school, and I've come to at least consider it, as I hope you all will after hearing my speech. But I obviously do not support the fact that they get high school diploma and should be a GED.